What's up, everybody? James here. Today is Saturday, September 1st, 2018. This is the end of week 1 of my Become Unfat 2018 exercise routine. What have I learned? Well, this week I learned a couple things. One, I am getting stronger, which I love. I can tell I'm getting stronger because it's getting easier. Like every day that I get up and actually do the work, every day I do the stretches, every day I do the push-ups, the crunches, the walking, it's getting easier. Number 2, I've learned don't film at night because it's very dark. It's hard to see. So what I've done is I've hooked up a lavalier mic. If this video is completely unusable, then you will be seeing images and stuff coming across the screen. Probably just me, maybe one of my selfies. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. My titties are still huge. Working on those. Taking a while. Taking a lot faster than taking a lot slower than I really wanted to. I want to see instant results. Like I said, it just is not going to happen. So it's getting, I can tell it's getting easier. Every day I'm getting up, I'm doing those push-ups and they're less painful than they were the day before. My wrist, I've been having tendon problems with. It's been sore, it's hurt. All kinds of weirdness going on there. I don't know why. There's literally no good reason for it. It's probably just because I'm on my computer for 8 hours a day. I really wish I'd started this sooner because I've been at the job 5 years and it has made me just an absolute butterball. And so I feel so much better. I'm sore. I haven't been sore in years. My arms hurt, my shoulders hurt, my legs hurt, my feet. I've got blisters on my feet. I got one this big all the way from the ball of my foot under my big toe up to midway up my big toe. It hurts like hell, but it's getting easier to walk on because as it heals, it's getting tougher. It's tough skin. It's developing calluses. So as life goes on, as I heal and get stronger, this whole thing is going to just become immensely easy. I remember this happening the last time I tried this last year as well. I'm worried that I'm going to hit a wall. I'm going to get to a point where it's like, and I no longer feel like I'm getting results, and I'm just going to quit. When that happens, it's really hard to stay motivated. And I remember that happening last time, because I remember dropping weight really quickly. I remember dropping like 10 pounds in a month, and I felt fantastic. I was psyched for myself. I think most of that was water weight. And unfortunately, with water weight, you're retaining water because you're eating junk food and filling your body with salt and fats and oils and all nastiness. Once that's gone, it's a steady decline. It takes so long to lose weight. And so I gave up. And that combined with, me hurting myself, my wrist started hurting, my ankle started giving out again. And so I had to start wearing a brace, and that brace made it hard to walk. And so I didn't want to walk to and from work, so I had Morgan drive me. And eventually I got the bike, and the bike has been helpful, but because it's only a 15-minute bike ride versus a 45-minute walk, I burn significantly fewer calories. And it's this weird trade-off of this for that. And so I'm really having to work to actually stay active, to stay fit. So, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. Oh man, it's tough. I almost put that video up a couple days ago. I almost quit. And this morning I was feeling snarky as well. Like, we had to go to the emergency veterinarian clinic because our cat would not stop throwing up and having diarrhea. And we figured it out. It's because of the antibiotics we've been giving her. Freaking, the vet who's prescribed it, when she went to pick up the medicine, when she went to pick up the prescription, they didn't tell her that there's a warning label on it. 10 days after you mix it, you have to throw it away or it could make your pet sick. They didn't tell her that. They didn't read up the warning label. They gave her 2 bottles worth. That's 20 days worth of fucking medicine. Actually, it's 16 days. But either way, it's more than 10 days worth of medicine. They mixed them both before they gave it to her. And they told her, just give it to her until you're out of medicine. I'm switching over to voice recording because it's getting too dark to see anything anyway. As much as I love to see myself talk. So we gave our cat 16 days worth of medicine because that's what they told us to do, even though it expired at 10 days. So we gave her 6 days worth of expired fucking medicine. And so she was vomiting and diarrhea all over the place. They said, and we called them and we asked, why the hell is this happening? And they were like, oh, I don't know, it's weird. It shouldn't be happening. You should go take her to the emergency vet hospital. So we did, and we brought the medicine bottle, and they shook their heads and told us, you should have thrown this away after 10 days. And we're like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? So, yeah, it's just, I was up till like 12:30 last night, so I had to sleep in. I woke up late. I still got my stretches in after my shower. I didn't have time to do my push-ups or my sit-ups, but that's fine because my arms are already sore anyway. Oh, I did some extra weight exercises yesterday, and I think it just kind of took me out for today. So instead, I'm walking anyway. Planned on it, and that's part of the plan. Every Saturday, walk every single Saturday, make these videos. And I gotta stick with it. It's about fucking discipline. Stick with it, and it'll take you across the world. What was the point of that? I went on a whole long-winded explanation and rant. Right, my point is, I almost gave up today as well because I'm fucking tired. I'm so tired. It has been hellish the last couple of days, but I feel better. I do. I really do. I'm eating better. I'm drinking more water. I'm drinking less other stuff, whether it's soda, Monster, Gatorade. I don't even feel like I need to drink Gatorade right now. Water is so good for you. Oh my God. Now, granted, Gatorade's pretty good too if you're doing a lot of heavy exercising. If you are using your muscles regularly, if you are actually exercising those muscles, then you need to rehydrate and replenish your electrolytes, replenish the salt in your body, because your body uses that salt to contract and expand those muscles. So if you're doing a lot of that, yes, it's very important. However, it is not for the average person. It is not good for the average person to drink lots of Gatorade, because Gatorade is chock full of tons and tons of sugar and salt, specifically for that reason, to give you energy for what you're doing. So if you're like me and you're just going on a 1-hour walk or biking 30 minutes a day to and from work, or both even, water is still better. That's another thing I've learned. Every time I've drinking some other liquid recently, I have felt sick to my stomach. When I've tried to rehydrate with something that's not water, I felt sick to my stomach. It has made me physically ill, and I don't like that. That's my body telling me don't fucking do that, so I'm not gonna fucking do that. That was easy, wasn't it? Simple shit. Simple logic. So, what else? I forgot my headphones. Having that nice pumped up music though, that techno, electronica music, electro swing, anything that has a nice, steady, moderate to fast-paced beats per minute to get you moving a little bit faster. Oh, it's so nice to have. It's very, very nice to have. And that's one of the things. Music has been a great driver for me as well. It's kept me motivated. It's kept me moving. Been listening to a lot of Daft Punk. I've been listening to a lot of Infected Mushroom, Pendulum. Been listening to there are some pretty good paced rock music as well. Maximum the Hormone has quite a few songs that are really good to run to. Infected Mushroom is great to run to because Infected Mushroom has this thing where they'll go at a certain pace for a little bit, and then they'll have the build up, and then it'll be like bam, 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 go, 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 and it's great. And I can sprint during those small intervals of pumped up, killer electronic music, and it feels fantastic. My body's just like, why do you do this? And I'm like, because I feel like a god. Why do you think I do it? And it feels amazing. When your feet hit the ground on every beat after that buildup, and you can maintain that pace for the full 60, 90 to 90 seconds during that hard hit of music, it is a high that no drug can match. That sounds, I am being amazingly exaggerative right now, but it's true. It feels great. That's why they call it a runner's fucking high, because it feels awesome. But I forgot my headphones, so I can't do that today, but in general, once I get back up to speed, once I get back to being able to run more regularly, once the blisters on my feet heal more so I can go at a faster pace with less worry about having to keep my feet aligned in such a way that I don't slap and slide on those blisters. It's going to be great. The biking's even getting easier. Since I've been eating health, I've been biking since August of last year. I've been biking for over a year. And it's getting easier now than it was ever before. Because I'm eating better. I'm not eating fucking fatty, oily, disgusting foods that make me feel like a meatball. I'm eating stuff that is actually better for me. I'm eating vegetables. I'm eating fruits. I'm eating applesauce. I'm eating just, you know, plain old sandwiches. I used to hate sandwiches because they reminded me of high school. I'm trying to think of how to put this. Every day that I eat better, that I don't eat shitty preservative, oil-fried foods, I feel better about myself. I feel better just as a general, whole, healthy individual. Even 2 days ago. No, was it yesterday? It was yesterday. Yesterday, before we took the cat to the emergency vet clinic, Morgan made tacos. And as it turns out, pre-marinated taco meat is just marinated in straight vinegar. It's not good. So you're better off just buying the taco seasoning packets and ground beef anyway. It's cheaper, so we should have done that. But when you live and learn. So instead we were like, I need something quick. I don't want to eat too late. And so we're like, oh, let's go to Panda Express. We can get a Panda Bowl. That is just one side, one entree. That's small, and that's going to be fairly manageable. And it was white rice and teriyaki chicken. I probably should have skipped out on the teriyaki sauce, if for no other reason than teriyaki sauce is just chock full of brown sugar. But even with the teriyaki sauce, I added it. I counted it on the calories. Even with the teriyaki sauce, I was still within my calorie count for the day by quite a margin. It was only like 600, almost 700 calories for that one meal. And we ended up needing the energy anyway because we went to the pet hospital. So eating out is not terrible. That's what I've learned from that. Eating out can be manageable. You can still eat out, but you have to take it in smaller portions. Like 2 weeks ago, I would have gone to Panda. I would have gotten the full 2 sides, 2 entrees, and a side of crab rangoons, cream cheese rangoons. I'm afraid to count how many calories that is. Because that is 2 portions of white rice. That is 2 portions of 2 different chickens coated in 2 different sugar-based sauces. Teriyaki chicken and orange chicken. Neither of those are good for you at all. And the fact that it's Panda Express, the fact that it's basically fast food, Chinese food, it's not even like traditional Chinese, it's fast Chinese food, is even worse. And I know those crab rangoons are not good for me. They are just straight up cheese, flour, deep fried. That is not good for you. So under no circumstances should I ever eat those unless it's like my cheat day or I'm on holiday or something. Speaking of, I have decided that I'm going to take holidays as additional cheat days. This includes upcoming, and I know it's convenient. Oh, I choose my cheat days on holidays right as the holiday's coming up. Well, yeah, that's what made me decide it. So like Labor Day, Halloween, obviously Halloween because candy, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Christmas Eve, New Year's, you know, those will be cheat days. I will happily eat to my heart's content on those days because there's no reason not to. I have the day off, do what I want. I'm still going to exercise. I'm still getting up at 7 a.m., 7 or 8 a.m., depending on how late I end up getting to bed, but 8 is my latest. I don't want to get up any later than that because I know my body, if I try to sleep in, it will affect me negatively. So still 7 or 8 a.m. up, go into the game room or the living room, you know, watch some YouTube videos, watch fucking Shia LaBeouf making a fool of himself in front of a green screen, watch Jax Blade, watch freaking Dragon Ball Z montages, watch whatever I need to get myself awake and pumped up and going, yeah, I can do this, I can do that. And the discipline is the getting up part. It's the getting dressed part. It's the putting on my workout gloves. I specifically bought workout gloves with wrist guards so that way it could protect my wrists. It could hold them sturdy while I work out so I don't damage my wrist further. And that has actually proven to be very, very helpful. And my wrist even feels better. Like my wrist hasn't felt this good in almost a year. So something I'm doing is helping that. And I wish I knew what, and I wish I could afford a physical therapist. I wish I could afford the money and, well, actually, I have an HSA. I could go to a physical therapist. I just don't have the time. I literally don't have the time to go to a physical therapist because I work over 50 hours a week, every week. And so that's why it's taken so much discipline. It's taken such a drive for me to even do this much, because it's so hard to work 50 hours a week or go to school for 50 hours a week or come home, do homework, and then still say, oh yeah, let me go do this and be healthy. No, fuck that. Working and then working more just for your health is not something you want to do. When you get home from work, you want to slouch, you want to sit on the couch, you don't want to think about anything, you want to stare at the ceiling, you want to throw on some fucking television and just not think about anything. And it is so easy to get into that habit. It is so easy to get into the routine of coming home and once you're home, committing yourself to doing nothing. And that is what I've had to break. That is what I've been working to break for the last week. And I feel like I am very well on my way to never going back, because I've never felt this good. I've never felt this good. Even when I tried this years ago, I tried this last year, something I'm doing right now is something different. And I don't know what. I think it's more the consistency of actually getting to bed on time and waking up on time. And I think that has a lot to do with it. I'm going to reference Jack Spade again. You should go watch his videos. If you've never heard of him, if you've never seen him, go check him out. He gives a lot of fantastic advice regarding exercise and proper eating and maintaining proper sleep schedule. Go watch his 2017 Make the Best You in 2017 video series. They are really what inspired me to start last year. Like, I watched those and I was pumped. I was like, yeah, let's do this. But I didn't stick with it. So I'm sticking with it this time, and I'm taking it on a much more gauged level. I'm working with what's available to me more so than before. It's similar to the taco meat and going to Panda instead. I'm working with what I have. Like tonight, we didn't have any dinner planned. I had stopped at H-E-B on the way home from work, so I had picked up hot dog buns because I was like, I'll eat this on my cheat day. And I actually looked at and counted the calories for the hot dog buns and the hot dogs and a little bit of cheese and a little bit of barbecue sauce. It keeps under 600 calories. It stays under 600 calories for 2 hot dogs. And I'm like, that's pretty good. That's a good meal right there. It's a little high in salt, but you stick to only 2 of them and you're not eating a lot of salt during the day anyway. That's still pretty darn good. So I ate that, and I don't feel as good as I did eating the chicken or eating just better food in general, but I don't feel sick to my stomach. I don't feel bloated. Before, when I ate hot dogs, I would literally eat 4 at a time. Depending on how I was feeling, I would slap chili on them, or I would coat them in just mountains of cheese and barbecue sauce and whatever other tasty, sugary stuff I could get my hands on. I added less than a tablespoon to each of those dogs of barbecue sauce. I added just a sprinkle of cheese, just enough to coat it, slapped it in the microwave for 20 seconds, and it was just phenomenal. It was just the perfect amount of sweetness to cover the blandness of the dogs and the buns. And so if you need a short meal, hot dogs, again, working with what you got. Hot dogs aren't bad for you. Well, okay, that's a lie. That is no, I didn't say that. Hot dogs are still bad for you, but anything can be good for you in smaller portions. I don't feel full. In fact, I still am a little hungry. I did eat some carrots with those hot dogs, but I don't feel like they're keeping me as full as I could be eating better stuff. Eating broccoli or eating like beans and rice. Stuff that has more fiber in it. Stuff that is generally considered better for you on that scale. Still, even so, I'm no longer hungry, and that was the goal. That is the goal of any meal you should eat until you are no longer hungry. And the only way you're going to do that is by testing, by experimenting with your foods, experimenting with your diet. If you know what you like, cut back on it. Cut back on it as much as you can. What I've found has helped me a lot is chewing. That sounds weird, but chewing your food at least 10 times Every bite you take, at least 10 times. More if it's not fully chewed up and mush by the time it gets to your throat. If you can chew your food at least 10 times every bite, overall it gives you, it sends a signal to your brain to feel more food, because it feels like you have food in your mouth longer, which by your old habits would mean you have more food in your stomach. By your new habits, the chewing for longer periods of time habits, you have less food in your stomach, but it still fills the same amount of time that you spent eating as your old habits. So your brain still thinks you had the same amount of food, and it'll help significantly with your appetite. At least that's been my experience. That's what I've found. So when I actually make the active effort to chew more when I'm eating, I feel better. I feel like I'm more full and less bloated and less cranky and shitty. Now, I can't always do this, unfortunately. I do still only have 30 minutes for lunch, and so my lunches end up choking down my time, and so I have to kind of shovel food in my mouth if I find I'm running short on time. Which, you know, packing lunch and actually eating it, and then also logging it when I eat it so I don't forget, can be a little time consuming, but it is absolutely worth it, because you know how much you're eating and you know you're getting the proper portions. You're not overeating. And that is vital to losing weight, is not overeating. I've spent my whole life overeating. I've spent my whole life eating until I feel full, eating buffets, eating tons of bread just to help me feel better. And so now that I'm cutting back on that, it's hard. Mentally and physically, my stomach is like tight and hurting by the time I get out for lunch. But if you can keep up with it, it is 100% worth it. I keep passing strangers as I'm walking. It's Saturday night and it's starting to get cooler again. So I keep forgetting that more people are going to be out at night. So I keep having to pause my voice recording. I think I've covered just about everything I wanted to say. If I think of anything else, I'll be sure. I'll tack it on to the end, I'm sure. But yeah, week 1, it only gets easier from here, right? But don't think that too much, because if it gets too easy, I'll get lazy. I won't get lazy. I need to keep pushing myself to work harder as I'm able to. Finding that balance between avoiding laziness, avoiding becoming a slouch again, and avoiding overworking myself. Finding that fine line is tricky. But I feel like I have more experience now. I have more wisdom on it. I'm watching more health videos, more stuff surrounding the subjects. I'm taking time to calm myself. Hello, dog. Hello, puppy. You're loud. Ruff, 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 ruff. Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy. Am I gonna cut this out? I don't know, maybe. I haven't decided yet. Hi, puppy. Go lay down. Passing by his fence. That's his fence. I need to stay away from his fence. Rah. Anyway, I think I've said everything I want to say. I've got another 30 minutes left in this walk, thereabout, and no music. Might get a little lonely, so I might start talking again. Who knows? Anyway, until next week, peace out, y'all.